Coming up, more than 2 trillion tenge. This amount of money is going to be used for the development of Mangystau region. Stay tuned for more details. IT services for export. Thanks to domestic startups, Kazakhstan intends to earn $500 million in overseas markets already by 2025. Nomadic culture in black and white strokes. A famous Kazakh artist presented a linocut exhibition in one of the galleries in Nur-Sultan. Water efficiency will be improved in Kazakhstan. In the next 5 years, 120 canals with a length of nearly 2,500 kilometers will be reconstructed and 9 large reservoirs will be built in the country. The construction of new hydraulic structures and canals, the modernization of the existing ones, and also the use of water-saving technologies will provide an additional reserve of water in the amount of 6.4 cubic meters. Kazakh Prime Minister emphasized this will give a possibility to expand the area of irrigated lands in the country and will contribute to the effective development of all sectors of the economy in general. President of Kazakhstan, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, set this task before the government. Overall, it is planned to bring the irrigated area to 3 million hectares by 2030. The relevant departments and mayors' offices were instructed to work out appropriate roadmaps. New industrial projects will be launched in Mangystau region. It is planned to build a gas processing plant in Janaozen, as well as an enterprise for the production of caustic soda and chlorine-containing products on the territory of the Special Economic Zone Seaport Akhtau, announced Kazakh Minister of National Economy Aset Ergaliyev at the government's meeting. It is also planned to implement 21 projects on the production of liquid dosage forms, chemicals, and transformers. In addition, special attention will be paid to the development of the region's tourist potential, including the construction of a tourist complex, shopping malls in the beach area, an ethnic aul with a visit center, 9 hotels, recreation areas, and health complexes. The government has approved the comprehensive development plan for Mangystau region for the next 4 years. The development of the oil and gas sector, manufacturing, tourism, transport, and logistics in the region will be among the priorities. Mangystau region is a region with great development potential. The implementation of the comprehensive plan will give a new impetus to the development of the region. In just 5 years of implementation of the comprehensive plan, 214 initiatives will be implemented in the amount of 2.1 trillion tenge. The region's economy will grow by 32% over this period. Total investment for 2021 to 2025 amounts to 2.1 trillion tenge, including 338.3 billion tenge from the national budget, 118.3 billion tenge from the local budget, and 1.6 trillion tenge of private investment. Kazakhstan reported 1,624 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Almaty continues to account for the highest single-day case count in the country. The southern metropolis detected 328 new infections in the past day. The Kazakh capital of Nur-Sultan follows with 287 new coronavirus cases. Karaganda region is in the 3rd place with 174 new cases. Since the beginning of the pandemic, total COVID-19 cases in Kazakhstan have passed 894,000. According to Kazakh Health Ministry, over 58,000 residents continue to receive treatment for coronavirus. More than 10,000 of them are in inpatient care. To date, 6,715,104 Kazakh citizens have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Residents of Melbourne City, Australia, became the record holders for the number of days spent in quarantine due to the pandemic. The metropolis has been in lockdown for 246 days over the past 2 years. More than 2,000 Australian citizens were infected with COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The Australian government is set to lift most of the restrictions only after 80% of the country's adult population is fully vaccinated. The goal is planned to be achieved by mid-November. Earlier, the first place was taken by the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires. Russia registered the highest single-day death toll from coronavirus, reporting 890 fatalities. This is the fifth time in a week when the country updates its biggest mortality rate. In total, more than 210,000 people in Russia died from the effects of COVID-19. According to health workers, the infection is increasingly attacking young people. The country recorded almost 26,000 coronavirus cases in the past 24 hours. If we buried 120 to 130 people a month, now we bury 200 or more. Young people, students, working strong people, and those who went to their work yesterday, all of them die in a week or two, and we see them here with their relatives. The total number of deaths from coronavirus exceeded 5 million worldwide, Reuters reported. According to the agency, the highest death toll was recorded in the United States, where more than 700,000 people have died. The big number of fatalities from the virus is also seen in Brazil and India. Most of the people who died from COVID-19 were not vaccinated, the agency said. A working group of the Secretariat of the Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions met in the Kazakh capital. The session was attended by leaders of major religious associations and prestigious international organizations from Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Egypt, Iran, Russia, Vatican City, and Israel. A total of 14 people took part in it. Tomorrow, the deliberative body will adopt the official agenda for the forthcoming 7th Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions, as well as determine the exact date of its holding. The Congress was supposed to take place this year, but it was postponed until next year due to the coronavirus pandemic.
I am very keen that we continue the work of the Congress in terms of addressing religious tolerance in a world where extremism is growing. I'm very keen for education in general in other faiths, so that we learn not just about our own tradition, but we learn about the tradition of others. I'm very keen to promote opportunities for women. I think it's very important to enable and empower women in leadership, to recognize their contribution.
Бүгінгі біздің күн тәртібіміздегі талқыланып жатқан мәселелер келесі жылдың өтетін 7-ші біздің кезекті съезд.
The issues that are being discussed today are the agenda for the next year. We are collecting proposals and expressing our own, but the opinions of all the participants are important. The most important topic is the situation after the pandemic, that is, the role of religious leaders in a post-pandemic world.
Біздің ұсынып жатқан пандемиядан кейінгі әлем қандай болады? Соның ішінде мына дін ұйымдарының басшыларының рөлі қандай?
The United States Agency for International Development is launching a new project on trade in Central Asia worth $19 million. The diplomatic mission of the U.S. in Kazakhstan reported. The project implies cooperation with the countries of the region, including Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Thus, over the next 5 years, USAID will provide technical assistance to the countries of the region, both in the public and private sectors. According to experts, the program will focus on harmonizing procedures of customs and border control. This, in turn, will reduce financial and time costs, as well as stimulate the economic growth of Central Asian states. In addition, the new agreements will help increase cross-border trade. Intelligent navigation system, educational platforms, video analytics of new generation urban streets, and much more. What else do IT professionals prepare for us? Every day, creative ideas of the Astana Hub participants turn into real projects that make the life of people in Kazakhstan more comfortable. Talented citizens create entire corporations. It starts with one original idea. Qanat Kildibekov came out with such an idea. It is a smart lock that can be operated online. He was a landlord himself and several times faced the difficulties of real meetings with potential renters. New technologies helped find a solution that later turned into a successful business.
Поэтому начали развивать этот момент. Сделали мобильное приложение.
We began developing, made a mobile application, found a supplier in China, bought the first batch and started trying. We made such a project that allows leasing an apartment in 1 minute through our mobile application. It used to take an hour or two, depending on traffic jams. We save so much time and money on simple move-in.
Столько времени и денег на простом заселении.
Sales of locks that can be operated remotely are growing every day. Today, not only Kazakh residents but also business people from Russia make pre-orders. The export of IT services totaled 36 billion tenge in a little more than a year. In 2.5 years, participants of the country's largest technopark Astana hub earned 124 billion tenge and attracted 34.5 billion investments. New programs keep opening here to nurture other celebrities of the tech world.
В этом году Астана Хаб в рамках поручения президента по созданию
This year, on behalf of President's instruction to create 100,000 new specialists, Astana Hub launched a program entitled Tech Orda. Within this program, we subsidize participants in private software engineering schools. We expect nearly 20,000 IT specialists to undergo this program over the 5 years. For the first time in the history of Astana Hub, we launched a program for financing IT projects.
Также впервые в своей истории Астана Хаб в этом году запустили программу финансирования IT-стартапов.
Today, residents of the Technopark include 539 IT companies, and only 47 of them are from abroad. According to the Astana Hub management, they plan to bring the export of IT services to $500 billion by 2025. The 27th Kazakhstan International Oil and Gas Exhibition has started its work. It is a reputable platform where key market players demonstrate innovative technologies, discuss the main trends in the industry's development, and address pressing industry issues. This year, 156 companies from 9 countries are taking part in the exhibition. With an area of almost 3,000 square meters, it covers more than 13 directions of the oil and gas sector. In addition, it provides new solutions in the field of geology and geophysics, digitalization, engineering, management, and improvement of infrastructure. Each participant can not only present their product, but also join interesting business programs.
В рамках выставки пройдут семинары, презентации участников выставки.
The exhibition will include seminars and presentations by the participants. The business platform will discuss such hot topics as digital transformation and automation of technological processes. And the most important thing that has become our good tradition, key operators of Kazakhstan will once again discuss topical issues of working with contractors. They will also announce procurement plans for the coming years.
По работе с подрядчиками, озвучить планы закупок на ближайшее будущее.
An exhibition entitled Nomad, Black and White, of the famous artist Batuhan Baymen was presented in the capital of Kazakhstan. The master, who works in the genre of linocut, depicted the culture of nomads in his paintings and was even able to convey their freedom-loving spirit. According to the Black and White artist, there are few people who work in this area now. Therefore, the goal of the exposition is to show Kazakh residents the uniqueness of engraving, to reveal its possibilities of conveying the deep meaning. This is the 13th exhibition of the artist. The exposition in Nur-Sultan displays about 50 works. The paintings of the author are exhibited in many countries, including Germany, Turkey, Cyprus, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan.
Bu yerде көбінесе қазіргі сондай бір артта қалған деп айтсақ болады. Линогравюра жаңағы.
One can say that the art of linocut was left somewhere behind. It stopped developing and began to be forgotten. 5 and 6 meter colored linocuts are exhibited here to elevate this direction to a new level and show its capabilities. The technique of making it is very difficult. It takes a lot of perseverance and hard work. My last works that I made last year are collected here. Few have seen them. That is why I presented this exhibition.
19-2020 кейінгі жылдары жасалған жаңа жұмыстар бәрі. Оны көп көрермен, көп нелер көп біле бермейді. Сол үшін осы көрмені ұсынып отырмын.